We're in the holiday season and our families are going to need help, so let's head to the Phoenix Rescue Mission to see how they're helping those in the community. And I'll tell you, Nathan, you guys are nonstop in making sure that families are taken care of, and so you are still doing that. And this weekend is a very important, of course, time as we go into Thanksgiving. And let's first, before we go any further, tell people a little bit more about the Phoenix Rescue Mission, because it's a lot that you do there, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're a faith-based agency that provides everything from services for people facing food insecurity, people living on the streets experiencing homelessness, addiction and trauma. We've got residential recovery services and things like that. So yeah, we do a whole lot for our community.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Nathan, at this time with the pandemic, you've seen a big increase in families who, are not broken, who are not really homeless, but are needing help. And that is such an amazing thing that you guys have really had the community come together to help those families.
Yeah, absolutely. People are experiencing things now that they haven't before, and there are food insecure households in light of the pandemic that otherwise were able to always meet their needs. And so we have seen an uptick in people who are coming to us just because of the unemployment rate. And so it's good for us to be here for them both this weekend and throughout the year.
So let's talk about what's happening this weekend and what's going on.
Yeah, so this weekend we've got our annual Thanksgiving event. Typically we do a big event and we drive turkeys out to a bunch of people's homes. This year we're doing a drive-through style, so we've got families coming in to pick up turkeys and to pick up food boxes and to have a Thanksgiving dinner with their families. So that's what's going on this year.
Yeah, and it's so great that the community has stepped up because, again, you have the volunteers there and you've had people drop off all those supplies that we see. And of course you have some great sponsors too that have helped you.
Yeah, absolutely. This is not something we can do in and of ourselves. I mean, we're feeding hundreds and hundreds of people this weekend and thousands over the course of the year. And so we do rely heavily on the community to come in to make sure that we have the resources we need to care for others. And our donor community has just been fantastic, both throughout this pandemic and just generally speaking all the time.
Yeah, and it's not just about food there. As we see on the table, there's bare necessities that are important to families too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's one thing to have food, but you got to have some toilet paper. There's some hygiene items that you see here. And we've got even things like Band-Aids. We've got cleaning supplies, which are difficult to get your hands on sometimes. And so, yeah, we're providing more than just food. Food is the feature, but we're really just trying to take care of families with what their needs are.
Okay, so let's talk about how families who are in need can be a part of this two-weekend event that you guys are doing.
So this weekend we've got the event down at Sullivan Elementary School, and so typically we've got people who are signing up. We've got a bunch of people who are already signed up, so if others come in, it'd be first come, first serve. But 9 a.m. at Sullivan Elementary School is where the event's being held, and we've got events similar that are happening again all throughout the year that we can find out more on our website about at phoenixrescuemission.org.
Yeah, and let's remind people that, it's not just about the food and the bare necessities given out. You guys also have people there to help with people find jobs, help them with finances, even sit there and talk with them. And that's one thing about the rescue mission. It's not just about food, right, Nathan?
Absolutely. So every program that we have, whether it's a residential treatment program or it's our food-based program, we're all about how do we engage people in a way that empowers them. And so here we use food and these hygiene resources as a way to meet basic need, but also to create relationships with people so we can connect them to our workforce development program, so we can connect them with our case management services and really try to elevate them to a point where they're no longer reliant upon us for these kinds of services, where they're empowered for economic self-sufficiency. So yeah, we have a bunch of resources that meet people at that greater level and try to take them to the next step.
So, and it's amazing, Nathan. And I know you guys also have a really cool program that you guys want people to do some purchasing of some gift boxes and some cookies, am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have our Mission Possible cookies. Right now, it's a great way to send out gifts to people in other parts of the city or other parts of the country even. You can go again onto the phoenixrescuemission.org website and find out about our Mission Possible cookies that both brings money in for the organization so we can take care of people, but also we're using people in our program to be a part of this as part of their workforce development opportunities as well. So it's a win to buy these cookies in a number of ways.
Yeah, it is, Nathan. All right, thank you very much. I know we have information on aztv.com on how they can get involved. Before I let you go, Nathan, I know I got to wrap it up or anything. Brian is the photographer there, right? Brian is that Brian? Put your thumb up, Brian. Brian?
Yep, that's Brian.
That is Brian. Okay. Will you make sure Brian buys 4 boxes of the confetti and the, I think it's the caramel cookies before he comes back? All right, we make sure he does that?
Yeah, 4 of each, four of each, or 2 of 2.
You know, I'll give him the order, but he's bringing back some of those cookies. So thank you, Nathan.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you got it, Brad. I'll get on them right now.
All right. We got cookies coming. I'm telling you, those cookies are addicting, so it's a great way to help out the Phoenix Rescue Mission.